and he leaves. 3 hours later, Mary Ann is out of bed. 2 days later, she's up and around. And a week and a half later, she's back to her normal life and back at work, living her life to the fullest. All because she ran into a new paradigm priest, someone who knew how to work with that light. Now, there's an epilogue to this particular story. A week and a half later, she gets on the commuter train to go on to work, and who gets on across from her but the guy in the navy pea coat? He wasn't dead at all. The conductor was entirely mistaken. Interesting. So just for the fun of it, just anyone here, there were several places in this story where Mary Ann bought into the sickness instead of the wellness. There were several. Anybody? The what? The conductor was one. The birdcage. The news, right? The newspaper. Even when she looked in the mirror. At each and every point in this story, Mary Ann bought into the sickness instead of the wellness. But interestingly enough, at each and every point where she did that, she also had the option to go, oh, or, and not buy into it all, at all, and thus not create it for herself. Because you see, we are grand creators. We are amazing creators who have abdicated our place upon the throne of our own power by buying into many of the prevailing realities, and a lot of these realities, as we said, are going away now. Now, to me, there are two videos out there that are just completely cutting edge. As I go to look to buy videos in the video stores and so forth. And one is our own Intenders one, On the Road with the Code. The other is Greg Braden's Science of Miracles. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to describe a scene in it for you. Because again, these are as good as it gets. And Braden, he took a camera crew to China where they were having fantastic results with healing people. And there was a lady laying on the table, and they had the camera crew and had a sonogram, and looking inside the lady's body, and there was a growth about the size of your fist in her body. And so there were also 3 guys over against the wall mumbling something in Chinese. They were wearing white coats. And you see this stuff on this video. And they said, so let's let the healing begin. And they turned down the lights, and they had a camera on the sonogram so you could see what was going on here, and they had a camera on the overall room with the lady laying on the table. And the 3 guys over against the wall, they started chanting louder in Chinese, and for about the first minute and a half, not much happens. But about a minute and 3/4 into it, the thing begins to quiver, the growth. And by 2 minutes, just another 15, 20, 30 seconds, it was half size. And by 2.5 minutes, gone. Gone. And you see this. And so, as Braden's getting ready to go, and they're packing up all their stuff, he goes over and he asks the facilitator, he asks the translator, what was it those guys were saying in Chinese over there, the guys in the white coats? And what they were saying is, it's already done. It is done, it is done, it is done, it is already done, already well, already done. And I suggest to you that that is the key to manifesting anything and everything. See it as a done deal and hold the picture of it already done in your mind until it reveals itself to you right there in 3D in front of you. How to make the highest and best use of this magical light-working tool that we call our imagination. And here's an interesting one. 60 years ago, the Rosicrucians were doing hypnotic experiments on people. And they take a quill or a stick and they tell the hypnotized person that it was a red-hot poker or a branding iron. They would touch it to the person's skin, and immediately the hypnotized person would cry out in pain, and a blister, a welt, began to form. Interesting, huh? They've done it 1,000 times. Always happens if the person is hypnotized. That the body will create what the mind tells it to immediately. And believe me, that the mind knows every symptom in the PDR. We've been taught them all. And the body will create them instantly. So fascinating what we are. We are grand creators. And we in the Intenders, we refrain from the naming of sicknesses and diseases because we've realized that each and every imbalance that we have is unique unto us. That we are each unique beings. We had different genetics, different parents, different schooling, different cereal for breakfast, different everything. But whatever brought us to whatever particular imbalance we're experiencing any time is unique unto us. But if we lump ourselves in with everybody else who ever had similar symptoms, we do ourselves a tremendous disservice because we will create it. And at the same time, we always have that option to say, oh, or We always have the option to see ourselves in our highest light, happy, healthy, whole, and humming with life. And to see everybody we work on happy and healthy and whole and humming. That is my intention for you this day. That, first of all, that your business, because you begin to set a course for your day, that your business thrives, and that you have success beyond your imagination. And second of all, that each and every person who you help and heal is filled with light and is healed. And that healing and that sharing and that giving that you give through your hands, that you share through your hands, that it comes back to you 100-fold. It's been my great pleasure to be here with you this day. May you go forth with love and know that all is added unto you. Namaste.